Good evening. I can see all your messages popping in the chat box. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys one thing. Since this lockdown started, we have a lot of time to ourselves. Amongst our hectic schedules, we never had time for ourselves. So after this lockdown started, we have a little bit time for ourselves. And what did you do for yourself? You can just send your answers in the chat box. I'll read them out. Good evening. Good evening, Charu. Good evening, Nazrin. Good evening, Vandana. Krishna drawing. Started doing creative things with paper. That's great. Started new training. Wow. Could you please repeat, Shruti? Shruti, I just asked what you've been doing for yourself since this lockdown started. We have a lot of time to ourselves, right? So, what did you do for yourself? Thinking more about career options. Yes, that's always there. Admin enjoying nature. Yes, that's really peaceful. Started preparing for exams. Amit, that's great. Krishna terrace garden. Nice. Calm shake. Learning in stepathon. That's great to hear. Hope you're going with the course on time. Dancing and exercising. That's great. For most of the time, I watch movies through Netflix. Yes, that's what we all do. Started to write a play or short film. That's great, Vaishnavi. That's really, productive. Anyone preparing for CSC? Had good time with family. That's nice, Ramesh. Planning my timetable. Sai Charan. Got time to prepare more. That's true, Mohit. We all have been so, tired and for this hectic schedule. I know we shouldn't think this as a positive, but we have to have a positive outlook on this. Started a blog. Shyam, that's great. Started to learn Hindi and French. That's great, Lalita. Shruti, thinking about my future, attending so many webinars as possible. That's awesome. Oh my God, you guys are very inspiring. You're being so productive. As for me, I've had productive days and few days I was slacked off. Yeah. Subhashni, reading and movies. Yes, you will sound almost like me, Subhashni. Avinash started writing poetry and attending webinar. That's so creative of you. I hope we see your poetry book someday. Trying to read full Hindu newspaper, Nitish. Watching movies in Prime, Sai Charan UPSC, Charu preparing for net exam. Wow. Doing online classes and attending webinars, started exercises. You guys are really productive. That's nice. You guys have a really positive outlook on whatever is happening around us. It is scary outside, but we have to keep ourselves optimistic and positive. Good evening, Zishan. I'm attending many webinars also to get knowledge. That's really great. Trying to improve my English speaking. Mani Prakash. Yes. Ashish Raval. Learning Python for interview. Wow, that's great. Feeling happy that this is very interactive. Me too, Shruti. I'm so glad that I have a very interactive viewers. That's really great. Yeah, since this lockdown we haven't seen our friends, we haven't catched up with them, so it's really nice to talk to you guys. Even though it's virtual, it's nice to have such interactive audience. Trying to read Hindu within 90 minutes. That's great. That's a unique timer for reading a newspaper. What about you, ma'am? Sai Charan? Yes, I've said even I've been reading few books, even I've been watching shows, and I'm being productive. I'm catching up on my work as well. But yes, even I have my lazy days. But yeah, we shouldn't blame that. We should embrace that as well. Yeah, I'm taking care of everything, taking care of my health. Even I'm being a little bit productive. Yeah, good evening, Sridevi. For us trying to improve my English speaking and Prissy writing. Wow, I think then this webinar is exactly right for you. We're going to talk about that. Gave 2 attempts but no result, Raman. It's okay, it's okay. You have all the time. Take it slow. Faiza, I'm taking step for competitive exam classes. That's great, Faiza. Pooja, working on my spoken English. Okay, guys, we have only 4 minutes left. I'm going to give a little more time so that people will join in. We said we're going to start at 7 p.m. I don't want anybody to miss any part of this session. Preeta, trying to improve my writing capacity. That's great. Read and write and speak. I want to improve my writing skills. Will this specific course enhance my writing skill? Oimang, this is actually crafted for competitive exams. We have taken the syllabus and everything. We have structured it according to the blueprint of the bank exams and government exams. So gradually you will improve your writing skills for the competitive exams. It is not specifically for writing skills. I started enjoying solving free exercises in the app. Yet to open my subscription course for competitive exams. That's great, Ashwani. Glad that you're using the free content in the app. I want to improve my English writing and speaking skills. Rahini. Yes. To improve your writing and speaking skill, I think practice is more important. Even though you may learn new words from everywhere, I think implementing it and practicing it is more important because gradually we all forget everything we see. Unless and until we implement it in our everyday life, we won't improve. Please send Hindu step course structure and content. We're going to discuss that, Jagdish. It's okay. In just 2 minutes. Good evening, Ishwar. How to read new English words in day-to-day life. Shashank, how to read new English words? What do you mean by reading new words? You're talking about pronunciation? Thank you, ma'am. I'll do my best. Happy Rahini. How to improve writing skill? Like I said, Shibu, you need to practice a lot. Vijay, ma'am, what are we going to discuss today? We're going to discuss all about step for competitive exams, and you will get the inner view of what you're getting yourself into, what you get from this course. How to be confident while speaking English, Karina. Karina, I think once you believe that you can talk with confidence, you believe that you know the language, you will automatically get confidence. It's okay if you make some minor grammatical mistakes, but talking confidently is what matters. You don't want to, stutter or just stop blank in between while talking. That is what is going to make obvious to people that you don't know the language. So speak confidently. How to comprehend better what we read. Shyam, we're going to look at all those. Ma'am, is this course useful for UPSC? Yes, it is going to be, Shreyas. We're going to talk about that. Abhishek, how to write a good essay. We're going to cover that. You guys are asking the exact questions that we're going to cover this. Yeah, guys, 1 minute to go. We'll start in a minute. Thank you, Umang. Preparing for SSC and bank exams. Okay, guys, since it's almost 7, let's get into the webinar. Before getting into the webinar, I want to say how you can interact with me. So the first thing is you have to interact with me through the chat box, which you guys are already doing. And the other thing is through the poll questions. I'll be asking few questions in between the webinar to check if you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say and to check your understanding skills. And one more thing is the sticky note. You'll get a sticky note in a minute. The yellow color box will appear on top of your chat box, which is on your right hand side. Yes, the sticky note is now available. It contains the link to our course and the special coupon code. Like we mentioned before, this is a special surprise that we've been having for you. It is the 60% offer, which is available only for the attendees of this webinar. You get a 60% offer if you use the coupon exam SPL. You get the course at just 1599. You can click on the link available in the sticky note. Yes, and these are the 3 ways you can interact with me. So let's get into the webinar. Okay, so before getting into the webinar, I want to ask you guys a quick question. Which exam are you all preparing for? Now that you guys are here for a Step for Competitive Exams webinar, let's see which exam you guys are here for. UPSC, banking, SSC. Then you guys are here at the right place. That's nice to hear. Yes. Okay, okay. That's great. Almost 60% of you guys are here for UPSC, are preparing for UPSC exams. That's nice. Okay, so here in Step for Competitive Exams, we have splitted the exam with English language components into 3 major exams, into objective, written, and interview. So first, let's go into the objective part of the exam. What do we have in the objective part of the exam? First, let's go into the reading comprehension. I think reading comprehension is almost self-explanatory. We've been looking at this type of questions from our school time. But still, this is the most dreaded part in our English exams. It may seem very easy because we just randomly select a sentence between the passage, and sometimes we get correct and sometimes we get wrong, and still we struggle to get it correct. So here's how we're going to tackle it in Step for Competitive Exams. You will be given a passage in the beginning, you're going to read it, and then you're going to answer the question based on your knowledge. And after you answer the question, the trainer is going to explain why it is so. So this is how the passage is going to look like. And here are your questions. You're going to answer and you're going to click on submit. And after submitting your answer, you will be shown if your answer is correct or not. And after this, a trainer will come and explain you not only just why the question is wrong, but also why the particular answer is said to be right and why the other options are wrong. You need to know the logic behind why the certain answers are wrong as well, because you can't just go with your instinct and just select an option and pray for it to get correct. That's not how it works. We need to know the logic behind it, and the trainer will explain exactly like how our teacher used to go right from the basics and building up to the concepts, and gradually how to apply it in all the questions that we're going to get faced in the exams. So all these passages are not only random topics, but they're going to be taken from the Hindu articles. So this will not only help with your reading comprehension, but it will also help you with the general knowledge. So one more tip before we go on to the poll. For your reading comprehension, I suggest you to read newspapers. I know most of you guys are doing that, but when you read a newspaper, after reading a particular article, just go back and reflect on what you've read. Because in one article, they want to convey one core message. There's one cornerstone thing in that, and there's going to be other meat around it. So when you reflect back onto what they're trying to say, you will get the essence of what it is and the main point, which is a very essential skill for acing your reading comprehension. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. How will reading comprehension exercises help candidates prepare for competitive exams? A trainer will discuss the logic behind the correct answers. The passage chosen from the Hindu will help improve knowledge. Both of the above. Let's see how many of you guys understood what I said. 82% of you guys have said both of the above. Okay. Okay. We've stopped at 77. That's not bad, but let's see if you're going to get the other poll questions, which I'm going to answer further ahead. Let's see if you're going to get that 100%. I'm going to aim that all of you guys are going to understand what I'm saying, so that the poll is going to get 100% correct answers. Okay, moving on to the next topic. Moving on to the next one, it's para-jumbles. Para-jumbles is also one of the common questions. In para-jumbles, in the same way, you'll be given the question and a jumbled phrases and words. You're going to make it into a correct or a meaningful sentence. And after that, the trainer is going to explain the right logic as to why the certain sentence has to be set in such a way. So here are the sentences, and you have to rearrange them into making a meaningful paragraph. And after that, the trainer is going to explain it in the video. like I said, like in the same reading comprehension, here they are going to tell why the certain words shouldn't be arranged in certain way. So this reading, this parajumbles, you don't only need to know the English knowledge, but you also need to have certain logic skills to tackle such kind of questions. So you will need coherence and structuring of sentences. All these skills are necessary along with your English skills. Okay, so you might ask me, by now you will be asking, you will have this question in your mind, like, why are we answering the questions before learning from the trainer? Uh, we have gone through a lot of research, and then we have settled to this. What is the research? Because when the main solution to a problem is to acknowledge that there is a problem in front of you. Without knowing where the problem is, where will you apply the solution? So now, if you answer the questions based on the knowledge you have, and then later when the trainer comes up with the right approach, you will know, okay, this is where I went wrong, this is how my thinking process happens, but this is not the right way, and you know rightly exact why you have to use the right approach. So which is why you're going to answer the question based on your knowledge, and later the trainer is going to give you the right solution. Okay, so the word reordering also happens in the same way, except replacing the parajumbles with the word reordering questions. Okay, so let's move on to idioms and phrases. Idioms, they are a very interesting part of English language because they make the language more colorful, don't you think? Because talking in just normal words and vague sentences, we're not going to get much colorfulness. But when you use idioms in your sentence, it makes it more interesting. A conversation becomes more beautiful. So how are we going to tackle this here? Here you're going to watch a conversation between two or more people, and they are going to include few idioms in their conversations while talking. And after this conversation, the trainer is going to explain why they use certain idiom in a particular place, the use case, and what that idiom actually means. She's going to break down every meaning for you. And after you watch some 5 to 6 sets of such conversations and the trainer explanation, we are going to test your understanding skills as to what you understood from the idioms and the explanation. By now, see, this is how it's going to look like: a conversation, and then the question, and the trainer is going to explain what they have used in the conversation and what is the meaning. Yes. After practicing a lot, you're going to get a hang of how the idiom is has to be used in certain sentences. And one more tip I'd like to give for idioms and phrases is that practice is one thing, and the other thing, it would be really great if you had a reading habit, because when you build up a reading habit, you read a lot of books, right? So in books, there are a lot of idioms included in between. So when the idioms are included, you might not know what it actually means, but when you read the whole situation, you have an idea what that idiom actually means. So it doesn't, you don't have to know exactly what that phrase means, but when you read it as a whole along with the situation, you'll know that this idiom, I've read it somewhere. Now, when you see this idiom in your exam, even though it is of a different context, but you will know what it exactly means. It has some essence you'll get to know, which will help you in your exams. Okay, so now let me ask a question. Okay. Next is grammar. This is one of the most dreaded part of our English section, because we have to convert active into passive voice and passive to direct, and again direct speech to reported speech. This is like really confusing. We never get to get a hang of it. We always get confused, and we still don't know how to figure out which is active and passive voice. It's okay, but here's how we're going to tackle it. First, you're going to watch a conversation between two people, and they're going to include active voices in between and passive voices in between. And then later, the trainer is going to explain which sentence is in which. Is it active, is it passive, or is it reported or direct? And then she's going to explain why they use this sentence and how you have to break it down, and the concept behind how to convert the active to passive, how the sentence has to be placed, why it is called an active sentence. And after that, you're going to have to answer a couple of questions. And after answering these questions, again, you'll have a review session with the trainer. The trainer will again explain why the sentence is wrong, why the sentence is correct. So this is the trainer is explaining what they have spoken in the conversation, which is active and which is passive. And then here is your question with your on-screen feedback. And after the feedback, again, the trainer will come and explain why the sentence is wrong and why you got your answer wrong. Okay, now it's a poll time. I'm going to ask a poll question. Let's see how many of you guys answer it correct. Will a trainer discuss the answers to grammar exercise in the grammar lessons? Yes, 100, 92. Okay, it's decreasing and it's increasing. We've stopped at 94. That's great. That's a great improvement from the last poll. We had it in 70s somewhere, but this time we have it in 94. That's great. I hope I'm not going too fast. I'm going it at your pace. I hope you're able to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, do you guys have any questions? You can pop it in the chat box. Okay, so now that we're done with the poll question, the next topic we're going to see is a little bit different than what we've seen from the beginning. We're going to look at vocabulary. Vocabulary is not only important for competitive exams, but we try to improve it even in our regular lives. Vocabulary is one common topic that is very necessary in our everyday lives as well, because it is very much necessary in this life. So this is how the vocabulary module is going to look like. So what is so different in this vocabulary module? In this vocabulary module, you won't be having any trainer or you won't be having any conversations. All you're going to have is new words, and then the explanation, and yeah, you're going to have a lot of practice sessions. But before going forward, I'm going to say that we have divided this words into two modules. The first module is the advanced words, and the other module is going to have the words from the Indian Constitution articles. So which is going to be really, really helpful for your competitive exam preparation. Like I said, words in the Indian Constitution. This is how the module is going to look like. Yes, first you're going to be shown a new set of words and you're going to answer a series of questions, and then immediately you'll know your on-screen feedback like here. You're going, and the answer is going to say why the certain answer is wrong. It's going to give a self-explanation there, why the answer is correct or wrong. And then you will be able to practice the same word again and again until you know all the use cases of each and every word, and so you can implement even in your everyday conversation, not only for your competitive exams, but it will actually strengthen your vocabulary skills as well. So yeah, let's go for another poll question. What kind of vocabulary will you learn in STEP for competitive exams? Will you learn advanced words or words from the Indian Constitution, both or none of the above? Last time we got 93, 92% of correct answer. Let's see how much we're going to get this time. It's 84. 83. I hope we're not decreasing. I hope you guys all give the right answer. Yes, it's 82. We've stopped at 82. Okay. Now that we're done, I think we're done with the objective exams. We've covered every topic. What was the other section after objective exams? It's going to be written exams. Written exams, they seem to be a little tough for everybody because we have to write, basically. And in written exams, after we researched, we found out that précis writing is mentioned to be the toughest part and the most challenging part in a written exam. Do you guys know what précis writing is? Before I move ahead, I want to know how many of you guys know what the exact meaning is. Can you tell me what the answer is in the chat box? I'll read out the right ones. Can you tell me what précis writing means? Whatever you know, you can drop your answers there. It's okay if it's wrong, but just try. Give it a try. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, no, no. It's okay. Try. You even from the word, it can be a little bit of self-explanatory. You can give the answer. Short and crisp, brief facts, essay, summarizing, short answer to shorten the passage, essay writing, short summary, shorten the paragraph. Okay. Consistently writing to express. Okay, so let me tell what PC writing is exactly. You're going to be given with a long paragraph, and then you have to condense the paragraph to 1/3 of its length. Let me tell you, condensing is different. You don't get to chop off the paragraph, or you don't get to, remove the boring parts, or that's not how condensing works. You have to keep the exact meaning and the paragraph exactly the same, and you just have to condense it to 1/3 of its size. Yes, compress or condense a paragraph to 1/3 of its length. Okay, so for a good Prezi writing, you need to have paraphrasing and summarizing, and then you're on your way to a good Prezi writing. Like I said, you don't have to chop off the paragraph. You need to know how to condense it. Like many of you answered, you have to summarize the paragraph, and then you have to paraphrase few sentences, and then you'll get a good Prezi writing. Even most of the schools, they don't teach Prezi writing nowadays. So we've thought of going it into a step-by-step process. We could have even made this Prezi writing into a long video for you guys to understand. But as a lot of research say that instead of a long, tiring video, it's going to make your brain muddled and confused. Instead of that, when you go through a step-by-step video with a small duration, which is going to help you through the process. Now here, like I'm showing it on the screen, you're going to ace your paraphrasing, and then we're going to move to the summarizing part, and then you will face your Prezi writing, because a step-by-step process is always helpful for your brain to catch up on the topics. And here you're going to ace your Prezi writing here. Okay, so this is how the structure is going to look like. You're going to be given with a long passage, you're going to read it, and then the trainer is going to explain you and take you through the process, and then you're going to answer the questions. See, you're given a large paragraph, and then the trainer is going to teach you as to how you have to paraphrase it and summarize it, and then you're going to answer the question. You have to write it. You have to write it to 1/3 of its length. So in this Prezi writing module, we don't just cover just Prezi writing, we also cover the essay writing part, the expository essay, and the augmentative essay. Additionally, even the phrases you need to use in your essays. You can't just write normal, regular, vague words. In your essays, you need to use phrases that's going to make a strong impression to whoever is going to read your essay. Okay, now that I've explained about this, let's go to a poll question. Which of the following are taught in the writing lessons? Summarizing, paraphrasing, Prezi writing, or all of the above? Okay, we got 83 last time, I think. Okay, the correct answer probability is 82%. Let's see if it can go higher. It's 81%. Okay, we've stopped at 81%. Now that we're done with Prezi writing, about essay writing and all the phrases that you have to use, after this, what do we have? Okay, now that you've done to you know how to write an essay, is it done? But what if your essays, they lack the basic subject-verb agreements? When your sentences, they don't agree to these rules, what is the whole point? The whole essay is going to flop. It's not going to make a strong impression like you wanted it to be. So here's how we're going to tackle it. First, you're going to watch a conversation between two or more people, and they're going to include these agreement rules while they're talking. And then later, the trainer is going to point out the phrases or the sentences that agrees to the subject verb agreement, and she's going to explain and break it down to you, like from the basic and building up to the concept, and gradually how to use it in your exams. And after that, you're going to answer all your practice questions. You're going to keep practicing till you ace it. And after you complete the questions, the trainer is going to review your answers again as to why it is correct and why certain options are called wrong. Okay, so this is the conversation video, like I mentioned, the video and a question. And then the trainer is going to explain like what phrases that have been used, and you get your on-screen feedback. And later the trainer is going to review the answers together along with you, why the answer is correct and as to why it is wrong. Okay, now that we're done with the written exams, we've covered paraphrasing, summarizing, and phrase writing, and subject-verb agreement. We're done with even the written exams. What else is left? The spoken exams. The spoken exams are the interview section. Speak with confidence. Okay, so as we all know, what are the most common questions asked in the interviews? Tell me about yourself. What are your strengths and weakness? And or they give you a topic and they ask your opinion. Usually these questions are not very hard, especially when some of our friends or people we know ask this, we'll be able to answer it with ease. But what happens when they ask in an interview? We panic, we ramble, we don't know what we're talking, we suddenly don't know what we have to say about ourselves. Yes, tell us about yourself. What are your strengths and weakness? Express your opinion on so and so topic, and what is your point of view? These are really confusing. So to tackle such questions, we have planned a proper structure. So what is the structure? You're going to watch two conversations. Why two conversations? Because one of the conversation is the ideal answer which you have to use in your interview, and the other one is a not so good one. So it will help you have a broader perspective as to why you have to answer in such a way. And after watching these two conversations, the trainer is going to come and compare why you call this ideal and why you call this not so good. And after watching the explanation, you're going to answer all the practice questions asked based on what you've learned so far. Yes, these are the two videos that you're going to watch in the interview section. One of these videos are the ideal ones, and the other one is a not so good answer. And after this, the trainer is going to explain along with the questions you have in your right hand side, and then you're going to answer it. And then when you click submit, you're going to get the on-screen feedback for this. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a poll question. Speaking lesson shows true candidates interview. So we can learn by comparing their performance. Is that true or false, guys? True. Many of you are saying it's true. We got 90%. I think we can go a little bit higher than that. This is easy. Come on. Okay, we've stopped at exactly 90%. That's great. Okay, now that we've covered even the spoken part of the competitive exams, what else is left? I think we're done. But no, we're actually giving a bonus section called Listen Better. So this Listen Better module is going to have a bunch of financial news, which is you're going to have videos spoken by experts or experts in certain industry. They're going to talk about something in a video, and after listening to that video, you're going to answer a few questions. I hope you guys all know the difference between hearing and listening, because those are two different things. So this is the structure for it. You're going to watch a video about an expert of a certain industry talking about it. It is mostly going to be financial news from the Hindu. And after watching the video, you'll be asked a series of questions based on that, which is going to challenge your listening abilities. Yeah, here is the video from one of the experts. And later you're going to answer the questions and you're going to get an on-screen feedback. And yes, we're done. Now that you guys have an idea or a concept about what this course is going to be about, you know what you're getting yourself into. Now you can ask me any questions related to this course. I'm ready to take it. You can drop your questions in the chat box. I'll read them out. Yes. And I want to mention you guys, the sticky note is still available. And let me remind you, the coupon code is exam SPL, and the coupon code is going to expire by tomorrow. So you better hurry now. Only the people who are watching this webinar along with me right now, who are in this webinar room, get to use that coupon code. Nobody else can use that. So avail this course at just 1599. Is this coupon code for UPSC? Yes, it is, Shravya. Please provide the coupon code. The coupon code is exam SPL and it is available in the yellow sticky note. whether you will arrange separate classes or SSC. See, we have compiled all these syllabuses. We have done a lot of research for the syllabus and the blueprints of all the competitive and bank exams. And based on that, we've crafted this course. This is just for you guys. Do we get face-to-face feedback? No, Shaurya, you don't get face-to-face feedback. Richa, yes, this course is limited. Yes. Do the class have to be attended live only? No, it is not live. You can view it at your own times and at your own pace. How many times we watch conversation? You can watch it how many ever times you want within the stipulated time. Yes. Yeah, I've already mentioned the coupon code is available in the yellow sticky note above. Yeah, you can use the link given in the sticky note. Will you give certificate for attending this webinar session? No, Adnan, there is no certificate for this webinar, but you have a certificate for the course. How much is the validity for the step course? This course is valid for 3 months. And Vikrant, yes, the duration of the course is 3 months. Will this course help us with writing answers in main subjective exams? Like I mentioned in the writing section, you have a complete practice questions set for this. You will have to practice a lot of précis writing questions. Like I mentioned, you have to go through the summarizing phase and paraphrasing, and then you get to practice, and the trainer will also explain about it. Adnan, the duration of the course is for 3 months. Anu, where is the link for the course? The link is available on top of your sticky note. Uh, Guys, are you all able to view the sticky note above? Is it visible for everybody? Shall we know when you are starting? This is not, we're not starting it anytime. This is the online course, so you can start whenever you want. We don't have a specific timing for you. It is based on your pace. It is available for 3 months and you can watch the videos how many ever times you want. It depends on your choice. No sticky note. Why? Can you please refresh your page? Because I'm able to view it and even few people are saying they can view it. Please refresh your page. And yes, my colleague has even posted it in the chat box. How much is the price, Shreya? It is available for 1599. Thank you for the webinar. Thank you, Abhishek Sharma. Is it suitable for 11th standard students? No, this course is actually crafted for competitive exam aspirants or 11th standard students. I don't think this is suitable. Ma'am, the yellow note is not visible. Abhishek, can you post the sticky note in the chat box? Please refresh your browser if you're not able to, hear my voice or you're not able to view the sticky note. Please refresh the page. Who are the trainers? The trainers are certified, Cambridge certified trainers. They're not just normal everyday people. They're very experienced and trainers in this learning field. After 3 months, shall I continue with practice session? No, you cannot continue it. The content will only be available for 3 months. Your explanation was great. Thank you, Nakul. Ashish, the course will be available for 3 months, like I mentioned before. How can I overcome and learn English? Vikrant, like I mentioned in the beginning of the webinar, the learning of English is actually easy, but it takes a lot of practice to, you have to include all the words you've learned. We all watch a lot of shows and movies. You have to include those words in your everyday conversations. Otherwise, we gradually forget them. Only then, after practicing a lot with maybe your friend who's willing to correct your mistakes, then you can improve your practice. Will the recording classes be permanent or will it only be available for 3 months? It is available only for 3 months, Shaurya. Is there any free courses available, Nishanti? You can check out our STEP app and our STEP portal. We have a free content. You can check that out. Garima, will it be useful for UPSC? Yes, it will be useful, Garima. Can we use multiple device with the username for a course? You can use your course both on a laptop and on your phone if it is just for you, because the certificate you're going to get is only for you. You cannot give it to other people because you will get only one certificate. How do you practice for your fluency English? Uh, like I said, practice. Along with practice, maybe a very interactive and entertaining interactive way is that when you watch a movie, when you see a particular dialogue, try repeating with it, and you can go back and stay along with it, and you can check your pronunciation maybe with that. That will help you. Like how you're pronouncing. You can even record your voice and listen to it. Like you can compare it with the original video and your voice and check if the pronunciations are correct. I hope this is a really fun and entertaining way to learn English. And what can I do to prepare for UPSC while studying in class 12? Are you eligible? Is that eligible if you're in class 12? I'm not sure about that. I'm sorry. Ma'am, will this make our English improve? Yes, it will. How much is the cost? Like I mentioned before, the cost is 1599. How to improve speaking skills? Like I mentioned before, a lot of practice, and you have to use all the new words in your everyday conversations and be confident while you speak. Only if you stutter or go blank in your mid sentence, or you just panic, that is what tells people that you're not good enough with your language. Just go ahead, go confident. It's okay if you make a little grammatical mistakes. You can just go ahead and talk confidently. What is the coupon code for today? Please let me know, Arjun. Arjun, the coupon code is exam SPL. It is available in the yellow sticky note above your chat box. Where can I access the video lectures? As soon as you purchase the course, you will get help from our support team. They'll help you, and it is actually self-explanatory. As soon as you buy the course, I think you'll be given access to our portal, and the videos are readily available for you to use. You can repeat it as many times as you want within the 3 month span. In a day, how many videos should you watch? Ashish, there is no limit. You can watch how many ever times you want. Like I said, within 3 months, you can watch it how many ever times and how many ever videos you want. This course will include grammar classes or not? Like I mentioned before, the grammar section, which in competitive exams we get a lot of grammar questions based on reported to direct speech, active to passive. This will cover everything, and you will have a lot of practice questions. Yes, and my colleague has also posted it in the chat box. You can access your coupon code and the course there. 3 months start from day of payment or after we start the course. Your course will start as soon as you purchase. Ashwini, I hope I answered your question. No video is shown, ma'am. Bhumi, you can contact the numbers given in the sticky note. They'll help you with that. Ma'am, please, I'm so afraid of English. Maria, I think there's nothing to be afraid of because we speak in our mother tongue so freely, because we know we've been listening to it since we're born. I think that is why we're so confident. Maybe it's all you can try to learn a new language. Be confident while you're talking. Don't think that I don't know this language, I'm going to keep making mistakes. If you think that, you're probably going to make mistakes. So don't be afraid. Be confident while you talk. Even though you make a small mistakes, it's okay. Do the course contain assignments and tests? Yes, you will have a lot of practice questions, and you do have to pass the grand test to get the certificate. Nice session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Suman. There are no sticky notes showing on my screen, Bhumika. Abhishek, can you please post the sticky note again? Many people are not able to view it. Yes, he has posted again. The link and the coupon code is available in the sticky note. Can I get subscription for 2 course immediately? You mean to buy twice for 2 people? Yes, you can buy it, Adnan. Thank you, ma'am. I feel confident now. Glad I could be of any help. Can I get a subscription for 2 people? Yes, Adnan, you can. You can. Abhishek, how to improve communication? Communication, I think you have to try practicing with your friends who are willing to help you or willing to be a proper critic instead of giving negative criticism and, you know, compress your confidence. I hope you have you can practice it with few people, and you can even start practicing while standing in front of a mirror. I think that's one great exercise. You can do that. What is there anybody there? Yes, I'm here. Certificate is given for this course. Yes, you'll be given a certificate for this course. You don't have a certificate for this webinar though. You have a certificate for the course. Thank you so much for this webinar. Thank you, Ashna. How many videos do we have? You have totally 72 modules. What is the total time of videos available in the course? Ashish, you have totally 72 modules, and you are given a span of 3 months. Yellow sticky note is not available, Harshini. We've already posted the link and the coupon code in the chat box. Please scroll down to check. Yes, he has posted it again. How to improve interview skills, ma'am? Aditya, like I mentioned, you also have an interview section in this, which will help you with all the interview questions, like the comment from telling tell me about yourself. I think we all panic there. We know about ourselves, but we panic how to say it in the interview. There are also phrases that you have to use in the interview rather than just common vague words that we use in everyday. There are proper phrases that you can use in your interview to make a strong impression on your interviewer. That will be covered in the interview section. Should we read newspaper aloud to improve your speaking skills? Adnan, I think it depends. If you want to know how you sound and how your pronunciation is, I think you can speak loud so that you know how you're pronouncing. You will know if you're pronouncing it right or wrong. What section of newspaper should we read which will help with UPSC? I think you can read the whole newspaper, Abhishek, if you're willing to. Thank you, Harshini. Thank you, Harshini. It's okay. Do you provide any hard copy by post? No, Harish. It is an online course content. Everything will be available online. The video is not shown in my mobile. Please refresh the browser. I hope you're talking about the webinar. If you're talking about the course content, please contact the mobile numbers which is mentioned in the sticky note. They'll help you with that. I had some network issues. Please answer my query. I'm a student of 11th standard. I'm not sure if you have the eligibility criteria to appear for those exams. I think you can take up this. Is the coupon code exam SPL? Yes, Sudesh, that's the coupon code. Anish, how to claim the coupon code? The link is given. As soon as you click on the link, the coupon code gets automatically applied and you can directly purchase the course. Certificate will get hard copy or soft copy. You'll get a soft copy of the certificate. Thank you, ma'am. I'll subscribe to the course. That's great to know, Arjun. Can you suggest some reading tips? Reading tips? I'm not sure. What are you talking about? Reading skills, as in you want to know how you pronounce, or you want to know how to read? Can you be a little more specific? Okay, guys, I think I've answered all of your questions. It was a great session with you guys. You guys were so interactive, and it's really great. Yes, the coupon code is there in the yellow sticky note, like I mentioned before. Thank you, guys. I think I've answered most of your questions. Happy to see all of you here. Yeah, thank you for a great session. I hope you guys are subscribed to the course and you get a lot of insight, because we've crafted this course especially keeping in mind the UPSC and all the government exams in mind. We've crafted this course especially according to the blueprint. I hope this course helped you guys. See you soon. I hope you purchase the course and welcome you into the STEP family. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being so interactive. It was a great session.